Are you feeling spiritually stuck? No matter how many Bible studies you join or how many devotionals you do, it feels like your faith is just stuck in neutral. You're doing all the right things, yet something feels like it's missing. You're going through all the motions, but deep down, you know that you're not growing the way you should be or that you could be. It's time to face the truth. What you've been told to do to grow spiritually, to grow your faith, might not be working for you. Maybe it did in the past and it's not working now because traditional routines, religious formulas, and constant comparison to others, really what they're doing is they're leaving you frustrated, guilt-ridden, and spiritually stagnant. But what if there were a better way? There is. In this video, I'm going to show you how to break free from the spiritual stagnation, reignite your faith, and to grow consistently without the guilt, without the comparison, without the exhaustion of trying to fit into this one-size-fits-all formula. And I'll also reveal what many experts, quote, experts miss when it comes to that sustainable faith growth. Hey there, wise woman. I'm Deneen TV, your faith and business growth strategist. Welcome to another episode of the Truth in Business Show. My job is to help you, the God-centered business and or professional Christian woman, grow in your faith so that it fuels your work life and keeps you on mission for God. So let's get started with the problem with what we've been told, what the experts have told us. For years, we've been told that in order to grow spiritually, we need to fit into a rigid, formulaic system of faith routines. I grew up in church. I've been told that my whole life. These rules can leave you feeling like you're failing if you don't follow them exactly as prescribed. But here's the catch. The traditional approach does not work for everyone. In fact, it might even be the reason that you're feeling stuck. So let's break down some common advice that has been passed on to us, passed down through the generations, through the years, and we're going to explore why it's not helping you to grow spiritually the way that you want to. Number one, creating rigid routines. Because you've heard it said from the experts, if you're not reading your Bible daily for 30 minutes, you're failing. I know, we've all heard it, right? A good Christian spends 30 minutes in the Bible reading and praying each day. But what happens when your life gets way too busy? When your schedule is already so packed with your work and your family and all those daily responsibilities? What happens? You start to feel guilty for not meeting up to that standard of spiritual growth. But here's the problem. Faith isn't about ticking off those boxes. It's about having a meaningful connection with God, no matter how long you spend reading scripture. When you try to force yourself, when we try to do that ourselves into some rigid routine, it doesn't feel like our natural rhythm. We end up feeling disconnected from God instead of closer to God. Okay, number two. We measure success by our busyness. So the experts say the more activities you're involved in church, ministry, Bible studies, all those things, the more spiritual you must be. Okay, this is another myth that we often fall prey to. And that is that our spiritual growth is directly correlated to how much we're doing for God. If you're serving in a ministry, if you're attending multiple Bible studies, or you're constantly volunteering at church, then you must be on the right track, right? Wrong. Busyness is not a measure of spiritual depth. Did you hear that? It's not a measure of spiritual depth. While these activities are certainly good and can enhance your faith life, they may also drain you if you're not careful. If your faith is defined by how much you're doing, it's really easy to burn out and lose sight of the heart of your faith, that first love. The key really is to build rhythms. Rhythms that help you stay grounded in God without exhausting yourself in the process. Let me know if that's a little bit freeing for you, if that is an aha for you. Let me know down in the comments, because I think it might be for somebody out there. Number 3, that the experts say is we look at comparing your growth to others. So the experts say, you're supposed to look like the other women around you who seem to have it all together, never questioning, always thriving. I know, it's really easy to look around in this day and age specifically at all the other women who seem to have it all together. Women who are thriving spiritually, they're thriving emotionally, they're thriving professionally. We can see that everywhere we turn. You might feel like you're not measuring up because your spiritual journey, your life, it doesn't look like theirs. This comparison game is the most dangerous of all traps that the enemy uses against us, that we fall into so quickly. Each person's journey is unique, and spiritual growth doesn't have an identical timeline. I think that's the biggest thing that I want to say is that it doesn't have an identical timeline. You can go slow. What works for someone may not work for you, and that is okay. When we stop comparing and we start embracing our own path, we actually free ourselves from the guilt and the frustration of feeling less than others. The 4th thing, following someone else's perfect plan, a prescribed formula that works for someone else, but not for you. So, think about this. How many times have you tried to follow a perfect, the experts, right? A perfect plan from some popular Christian speaker or blogger or author, only to find out that it really doesn't resonate with you? These plans, yes, they may work for others, but they're not tailored to your unique design and your spiritual needs at this point in your life. No two people really connect with God in the same way. Instead of forcing yourself to fit into someone else's plan, it's time to create your own, one that aligns with your natural gifts, your passions, and the way that you're wired to connect, have this vertical relationship with God. I've created the personalized faith plan, and what it does is it helps you build a faith journey that's made just for you, so that you can grow in the way that feels authentic to you, so that it is sustainable for you. Because when we stop adhering to these traditional approaches and instead embrace a personalized method of faith growth, we can break free. I've broken free. You can break free from feeling stuck in your faith. The key is to real lasting spiritual growth isn't more tasks for you to figure out. It's about aligning your faith journey with how God has uniquely designed you to connect with Him. And that's exactly what the PFP method helps you to do. This isn't about doing more. It's about doing what works for you. So now let's talk about some key sustainable growth things that are tailored, that really tailor your faith to how God designed you. So we've talked about those traditional things. Now we're going to talk about, what does this PFP really look like? How can this personalizing your faith growth really work for you? What would it look like? What would it feel like if you could design a faith life that actually did work for you? One that fits the natural rhythm of where you are. It honors the way God has created you. That's what I want to talk about. That's the essence of the personalized faith plan. Instead of forcing yourself into someone else's mold or some traditional way that someone has told you what you need to do, the PFP method really just flips the script for you and helping you grow spiritually in a way that feels authentic, that feels balanced, that feels sustainable. So here's how it works. The first thing is you tailor your faith growth to your unique design. Through the PFP, we use a model I call the HSMS model. It's heart, soul, mind, and strength. This is where you start. You identify the specific way that God has wired you to connect with him in your leading. And it's also a growth pattern for you. Whether you thrive on reflection or action or study or relationships, the model reveals your unique spiritual blueprint. I call it the frame. This approach allows you to break free from the pressure of trying to be someone that you're not, and helps you start growing in a way that feels true to you. So if you want to get started right now to know about that unique design for you, you can take my Faith Shape quiz. I've put that down in the description for you. You can start by just finding out, what is your primary leading? What is that first connection point with you, with God? And how can that help you sustain a growth pattern for deeper heart, soul, mind, and strength, loving God in all those ways? So go ahead and click on that Faith Shape quiz there. The second thing is to stop measuring your growth by comparison. This is what it helps you do. That traditional approach that we just talked about encourages us to measure our spiritual success by seeing how we are doing in comparison with others. No. The PFP, what you'll learn is how to measure your growth based on your own journey. Where were you before? Where are you now? How are you going to move forward? It is based on your own progress, using your own process. You'll embrace God's unique calling on your life, aligning not just your spiritual life, but also your business, your work, and the other areas of your life, because we want to create a holistic, integrated approach to your growth. Instead of measuring your success about how much you're doing compared to others, you're going to focus on how well you're living in alignment with God's design of you. The third thing, to build sustainable rhythms, not those rigid routines. The key to spiritual growth is not adding more tasks to your already busy life and schedule. Again, it's about creating that faith rhythms that work for you, that fit into your lifestyle. I've created something called the 888 model. And I want you to think about it. It's 8 minutes daily, 8 hours monthly, and 8 days quarterly. It's an example of how to balance your faith growth with your other commitments. I've put the card up here for a video where I explain in detail this 888 model. So you can click on that. Don't go yet, but go click on that and you can get more information if that sounds intriguing to you, because these small intentional actions really help nurture your faith consistently without feeling overwhelmed. And when you work with your natural rhythm instead of forcing those routines that don't fit, you can actually build that sustainable growth. Sustainable growth lasts, not the up and down of I'm doing good this week or this month and I don't know what happened, it bottomed out. So again, more details about that 8-8 model in the card. Fourth thing, the personalized support for consistent growth. That's what's important in the PFP. You're going to never be alone. You'll have access to a community of like-minded women who are on the same journey, providing you with ongoing support and encouragement. Additionally, you'll receive personalized coaching and tools, new tools every month, and tools designed to help you grow without guilt, without shame, without overwhelm. That really often accompanies those traditional spiritual practices, right? This personalized approach ensures that you stay on track with your faith journey while staying true to you, your unique needs, your unique design. The personalized faith plan, the PFP, is not about more rules or religious formulas. It's about aligning your spiritual life with how God uniquely designed you. You're not following what I do. You're going to discover your own. This method helps you to break free from the stagnation, from the guilt, to help you foster a deeper, more consistent connection with God. Now, I do have something special that I want to tell you about as well. You can get the PFP right now. You can go do the free training and find out more about it, and you can go there. But I have something special, and it's a next step. and it's called the Rooted Rhythm Retreat. And I want to tell you why it can be your next step, whether you choose to do the PFP right now or later and do the retreat first, it doesn't matter. But imagine stepping away from your busy life and doing a complete reset and realignment with God. The Rooted Rhythm Retreat offers just that. It's not just a getaway, it's an immersive experience designed to help you realign with your spiritual design and reignite your faith. At the retreat, you're going to have space to reflect on your unique faith rhythm, reconnect with God in ways that are authentic to you, and you're going to walk away with a faith growth plan that feels natural and sustainable. This experience is about more than just taking a break. It's about setting a course for consistent faith-altering growth. So if you're ready to stop feeling stuck and to start really growing spiritually in a way that works for you, I'd love to be your guide on this journey. So you can check out all the links in the description below. You can get on that wait list. That's all I have right now for the Rooted Rhythm Retreat is a wait list. You can go there, find out a little bit more information, and really just see if it's even intriguing to you. Get on that wait list because you're going to experience a life-changing spiritual reset. But like I said, if you want to join something right now so you can get started right now, that's the personalized faith plan. I've got a free training for you so you can start creating that faith journey that fits your life, your values, and how you best way to connect to God. I want to know, what's the one thing in your spiritual journey that you feel right now is really holding you back? I'd love for you to drop that into the comments below and let me know. Let's explore together and figure out how we can break through the stagnation where you feel stuck in your life. This is Deneen TV. Have a great rest of your day. And as always, be filled to overflowing.